Savage is the president.
I thank you all, and I look forward to working with, not only continuing working with the board, but working with the administration to make sure we provide the best education for the students in our district, a good environment for our staff, and a sustainable district for our taxpayers. I never did anything sitting on that side 40 years ago, I'd be sitting on this side, so thank you.
All right, now we'll do the same process for the office of vice president. So I will open the floor for nominations for vice president of the board.
I'd like to nominate, sorry, go ahead, Lynn.
I'd like to nominate Casey Bernhauser.
I'd like to nominate Tyler Courtney.
And I'd like to nominate Brian Conway.
Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? I'll take a motion to close the nominations.
Move to close.
Second.
All in favor of closing the nominations?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So 3 gets a little more complicated. You still have to have a majority of those voting. So the person who has, still needs to have 5 votes in order to become the vice president. We have 9 people. Okay. So we'll still have all 3 people on the, you can say any of the 3 people's names. And if somebody gets 5 votes, then that person will be vice president. If they don't, then we'll start the process over again.
Okay. Mrs. Bernhauser.
Ms. Bernhauser.
Miss
Yeah, I'm voting for myself.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Lynn.
I'm having a rough night, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Mr. Conway.
Brian, myself, Conway.
Mr. Courtney.
Mr. Courtney.
Mr. Gazy.
I'm not voting for myself, but I would vote for Mr. Courtney.
Miss Job.
Miss Bernhauser.
Mrs. Miller.
Brian Conway.
Mrs. Savage.
Mr. Courtney.
Mrs. Shearer.
Mr. Courtney.
Mr. Schrum.
Mr. Courtney.
So there are 2 votes for Miss Bernhauser, 5 votes for Mr. Courtney, and 2 votes for Mr. Conway.
Okay, so Mr. Courtney did win in that, and he is the vice president. Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to turn over my temporary pseudo president to the actual president, Mrs. Savage.
Supported
President Bull.
What's your initial?
I'm sorry. Oh, at this time, I would like to recommend the approval to appoint Andrews and Price LLC as the district solicitor at a monthly retainer of $1,000, which will cover all routine matters, the board discussion meetings, and the regular scheduled school board meetings, and an hourly rate of $150 for litigation matters, student discipline matters, real estate matters, labor matters, certain special financial matters, and extraordinary problems, and an hourly rate of $75 for paralegal services. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I know I'm not here very often, but on behalf of Russ and myself, thank you. We appreciate it and enjoy working with the board and obviously administration as well.
Okay, can we continue? So we get to that? At this board meeting calendar and hereby directs.
Are we doing
Oh, I
like
forgot
Robert's
Robert's rules,
rules?
sorry, I apologize. 2.1, Robert's Rules of Order. I recommend the adoption of Robert's Rules of Order as the board's principal procedural rules.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. Now at this time, I would like to recommend approval of the 2026 board meeting calendar and hereby directs and authorizes the secretary of the board to advertise the meeting dates and the times in accordance with section 421 of the Pennsylvania School Code. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
A second?
I'd like to.
Can we talk?
Yeah, I'd like to discuss. I noticed on the calendar that the dates are all over the place. We've always had, the first, Wednesday of the month is discussion, the second Wednesday of the month is our voting meeting, and I noticed that some of them were that, and then others were third and fourth, and I think for the consistency of the public, they should probably just stay first and second of the month, unless there's, I guess a conflict, and it wasn't clear to me for some of the dates what the conflicts were.
So I can explain. Some of the conflicts were related to holidays and holiday breaks and the time to put the agendas together at that time. So the one year we had a meeting immediately following the Easter holiday, and there wasn't time to get the agenda materials put together, so we were trying to stay away from those holidays. So the very first one, January board discussion on the 14th. The 7th is the first Wednesday after the break coming back. So the time for administration to get things ready for a board meeting.
Okay.
So, if we're not working on interviews and things like that, we won't have anything to really present at that
Right.
time.
Okay.
So that's some of them. And then when you get to April, that's right around that Easter holiday. And because we're right around board meeting or working through budget, that was where May, to kind of give the board and everybody time working through that budget, April to May and June. In June, we have in the past backed June up a little bit for the budget reasons.
Right.
Those were the ones that were backed up.
Right. And then I also had a question about the committee meetings, because as the facilities and finance has quite a few, but then education was reduced to only 4, and we've never had a discussion about that at the committee meetings, and it seems like since it's a committee of the board, that the board should have far greater input as to like when we actually have our meetings. So is that something that we could address and change? Because we had very consistent meetings, every month, these past few months. They've always been very productive, very informative, and I wouldn't like to see that reduced, especially since that's the whole reason that we're here.
Yeah, they're the board's committee meetings, so the board can certainly decide when those committees would want to meet. This was our recommendation for those meetings. We are adding the finance committee so that we can provide much more insight into the district's finances.
Yes, I'm glad.
So in trying to balance out those times. And right now with the facilities, of where we are with facilities, we felt it very important that we continue to meet on a monthly basis to keep moving forward with those.
Well, is that something that we should be addressing now for the dates, since this would be our discussion, or is that something that we should do at a later time, since this would be the approval process?
Could you do it, since you have the committee here, the education committee is all present, get their input on what they feel?
So I thought the monthly was very, very beneficial. So I guess committee, how about we explore that?
Or your thoughts on monthly or quarterly?
Comfortable either or. I thought they are helpful. If the district suggested 4, then
Well, we can meet on days other than
I'm aware,
Wednesdays.
I understand, yes. I'm just saying, they made a recommendation, so I'm open to doing that as well. Lynn or Frank?
They aren't beneficial, I will say that, and to Emily's point, that is why we're here. It is very important, just so it's not redundant. Sometimes it becomes redundant, so let's go with 4, and if we need more, are you okay okay with that, Emily?
Well, we can always discuss at the next meeting.
We sure can.
One
I
thing.
think,
Oh, I'm sorry.
to Emily's
Yeah, right.
point, you know, 4 might be a little light. And the reason why, you know, I've said this for a long time, the least thing that we talk about at these meetings is education. We talk about finance, we talk about personnel, but it seems like we always kind of leave that last. So I would be happy if we maybe had 6 and with adding on if we need to, maybe every other month or whatever. But I agree with Emily, Lynn, I think we're a little light with those.
How about we meet in the middle and just do 5? Cause it's 2 and 2, right?
And then you could add, set meeting dates if the
Mhm.
committee is willing, and if you need it, you can always call it an extra meeting and you still have time to
We can always
advertise at
add,
the meeting.
sure.
Yeah, just so everyone's aware, transparency of how we put it together, they're all on dates where there's already a board meeting coming together.
Mhm.
And so with the addition of the finance, that was where we were looking for those. But if the board would like to add additional committee meetings, again, that's, the board can add those. We just would have to look to see administratively of servicing those meetings.
And I just want to point out, for June, finance and education are both listed on 24th. And education is, you know, will not meet if finance is required. And in June, it might be required because of the budget. So really, in theory, you might only have 3.
Right, so that's even fewer.
Yeah.
So I just think, I think it's very imprudent to do that. So, yeah, I would like to look at changing the dates on that. So what other dates can we do? So we're not down to 3, as Ryan noted.
Well, depending on the committee members, they potentially could meet on the same night, and we could hold 2 separate meetings at
Yeah.
the same time, based on who's on
If
each
there's no
committee,
overlap.
based on how the committee members shake out.
Well, I thought though that, you know, the administrators, it was like you had, it was a committee of the board, of the committee members, but then the administrators could be there, but didn't always have to be there. You know, it was like you obviously, we would want your opinions, we want your presence often, but it wasn't a requirement. Am I right in understanding that?
So you would want to have either myself or Kara would need to be at those meetings. However, for something like the education committee meeting, you would definitely want Dr. Nedley to be there with curriculum. There could be items of special education, you would want Mr. McMillan to be there. There might be times where we've met where we want the building principals to be there. So,
But depending on the
but
topic.
for the committees, you would want one of the 2 of us to be there. And obviously for the finance meeting, you want the business manager to be there.
Yeah, definitely for
But
finance.
one of either myself or Mrs. Gardner should be at these meetings.
Okay. Well, can we please add a date then that is not in conflict with
We can't,
finance?
I would say if we
What-
decided
what I-
on the
what I-
dates later.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
we
what
could
I
add
would
them.
recommend doing, you know, I mean, other than trying to find a date and add that tonight, I would approve it as is, knowing that in January, you know, at your committee either your committee meeting or at the workshop meeting, you know, people come with, whoever's ends up being on that committee, come with some dates. You know what dates are already set, and then, you know, you guys can look at some additional dates, because you can always add on to what you're approving tonight. Tonight, you can approve the 4, and then by January, look at some additional dates that you want to look at, and then make that revision or make a new motion in January.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a motion and we have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. At this time, we need to do the authorization to change all signatures of the appropriate accounts to coincide with officers elected at the December 3rd, 2025 reorganization meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. So at this time, I would like to.
Motion to adjourn.
Before you
Hey, hold on,
adjourn, I
Brian.
just wanna make sure, neither one, I know you weren't the treasurer, right? You still have your the same treasurer?
The treasurer is the bank, so I'm
Okay.
the board secretary, so we
Okay.
just need Mrs. Savage.
Okay.
And go ahead.
But the actual board treasurer,
Is this same?
We,
okay, all right, then we don't need to do that tonight, because that's a summer thing. I
Yeah.
just wanna make sure that with new officers, we don't have a vacancy.
Correct, there's no vacancy.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, now motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Carries again. See you in 2 seconds. Are we breaking anything? Do we need?
No, you do not.
Okay, so at this time, I would like to call to order the December 3rd board voting meeting. Roll call.
we should do it. Let you go.
Oh, okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Mrs. Willis? Yes. Ms. Bernhauser? Here. Mr. Conway?
Still here.
Mr. Courtney?
Here.
Mr. Gazy?
Here?
Ms. Job?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mrs. Savage?
Here.
Mrs. Shear? Here. Mr. Shrum?
Here.
9 board members are present.
Okay, we do not have to break for executive session. So I would like to announce that executive sessions of boards was held on Wednesday, November 5th, prior to the board discussion meeting, and on Wednesday, November 12th, 2025, prior to the board discussion voting meeting for personnel and legal matters. Any informational items that the board would like to present? Okay, we have none. We have no recognition of visitors at this time. And moving on to discussion and actions on board minutes
Probably in January.
for January. Okay, we have no presentations, financial reports.
There's nothing until January for 3 and 4.
Okay, outside board reports, Central Westmoreland Career and Technology Center. We did not have our meeting this month as of yet. Our next meeting will be December 11th for our board reorganization and our holiday dinner. And I'm asking the board, if you have not already responded and RSVP'd, please get those RSVPs in as soon as you can. Mrs. Shrum, Mrs. Shear, Westmoreland Intermediate Unit.
We did have a meeting because of some items that happened in executive. We recessed the meeting until January.
Okay, thank you for that report. Ms. Joe, Greensburg Salem Education Foundation.
The annual report came out, if you would like to peruse it. I will have it right here, and you can take a look at it, it's very good. And also, our lottery ticket is going off, so check your numbers. And we'll have lots of exciting things in January.
Thank you, Ms. Joe. Mr. Conway, the Greensburg Community Development Corporation.
Okay, I've got 2 things going on. First is we have a raffle ticket going off for different restaurants within the Greensburg area, local restaurants, trying to get people out to local restaurants. It's a $10 ticket for roughly $1,200 in gift cards to different restaurants around the city. Just trying to get people out to the restaurants, and it's a great ticket, helps support the GCDC. And then also, pretty important, the GCDC is trying to get Main Street certified, which is allows us to apply to more grants at the state level to try to help the Greensburg area. And one of the things that we need help with from the community is a survey. Not asking for a lot, just need a few minutes for you to go out and do a survey. And it is about the perceptions of the Greensburg community. And this would be a survey for people that live in the city, work in the city, just come in for the night market. Anybody that interacts with the city of Greensburg. And we're trying to get 450 surveys completed by the end of this month, okay? I passed these cards out to the board members, and there's a QR code there to do the survey. Would appreciate you guys doing it. There may be some questions in there you don't know the answers to, so if you find those, just, there's an option to say, I don't know. I think one of them that they were talking about was, do we have adequate second floor apartments or something like that, or living here? Who would know that, unless you live on the second floor somewhere? So for things like that, just put, I don't know, okay? But would appreciate if people would go out and fill out this survey. If people in the audience want one, feel free to grab one, they're up here. That's what we've got going on. I've got tickets here if anybody wants them. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Conway. At this time, we have the facilities committee reports. We did hold a facility and meeting, what was the date? On Wednesday, November 19th, when we discussed moving forward with the comprehensive plan ideas on what we expect from them, grant opportunities we discussed happening. And, oh, sorry, Tyler.
I'm sorry, I
And we
didn't remember your
also
names, thank
spoke about where we are on the project statuses across the district and what our goals are for the coming year for any plans and development with buildings and facilities. Okay. The next facilities committee meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 14th at 5 p.m. The committee members as sits now are Mrs. Savage, Mr. Courtney, Ms. Jobe, and we now have an open seat. So we will be asking at this time if anyone would like to serve on that committee.
I would be up for that.
Anyone else? Sure, welcome aboard. Moving on to the finance committee. As Dr. Vista stated, we will be moving forward and introducing a finance committee, and that committee will be held on Wednesday, January 21st, 2026 at 5 p.m. And we have 4 open seats because it is a new committee. I don't know at this time.
We can maybe set that committee on the 14th if people want to think about that. We can have up to 4 people on that committee.
Is
Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
fine.
So what are we doing?
We're gonna do it on the 14th because it's prior to the meeting on the 21st
Oh,
at our
okay.
next voting meeting.
Okay.
So there's currently 4 open seats for that, so it's a new committee. So anybody who is interested, then we'll take a look at that on the 14th to set that committee for its first meeting on the 21st.
21st. Okay, moving on to subject 6.3, the education committee. As of right now, our next education committee will be held on Wednesday, February 11th, 2026 at 5 p.m. And the education committee consists of Mrs. Emily Miller, Mr. Frank Casey, Ms. Lynn Jobe, and Ms. Casey Hauser.
And we will talk as a team at that meeting then and check calendars
Okay.
and see when we can set the rest of the schedule.
Okay, sounds good.
Legal counsel.
I have nothing, thank you.
Thank you. Any new business? Office superintendent's report. Dr. Gissel.
Can we call an executive session to discuss the new hires?
You can.
Weren't we doing that?
You can.
Can make a motion for an
You can make
executive
a
session?
motion.
Motion for executive session to discuss the new hires.
So moved.
Do we have a motion and a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries. We'll be right back.
And we will be back in a couple minutes.
We'll just go down.
all appointments are pending final governmental clearances, medical testing and certifications where applicable. Under 9.1 resignations, recommend approval of the following resignations. Number 1.
So moved.
Second. We have a motion and a second.
Who
Oh,
made the motion?
Conway.
Oh, we forgot on the first motion. I guess I should have said.
We messed that up already.
And then I thought you made the second, but you were asking for a
I
second,
said,
right?
yeah, is there a second?
Okay, yeah.
Conway is the motion.
So we need a second.
Job, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries.
9.2 appointments, recommend approval to hire the following individuals for support staff positions with compensation set for the board policy for administrative assistants, classroom assistants, and nurse assistants. Number 1, Jan Loudon, 12-month administrative assistant at the high school. Number 2, Jessica Schiller, nurse assistant at the middle school. And number 3, Sally Hickson, classroom assistant, Metzger Elementary.
Conway.
So moved, Miller? All right, second, sorry. Been a long day.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Bernhauser?
Yes.
Mr. Conway?
Absolutely.
Mr. Courtney?
Yes.
Mr. Gazy?
Yes.
Ms. Joe?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Shearer?
Yes.
Mr. Shrum?
Yes.
Mrs. Savage?
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
9.3 appointments for substitutes, recommend approval to hire the following individuals as substitutes for the district. Numbers 1 and 2.
So moved, Miller?
Second, Conway.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Conway?
Definitely.
Mr. Courtney?
Yes.
Mr. Gazy?
Yes.
Ms. Job?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Shearer?
Yes.
Mr. Shrum?
Yes.
Ms. Bernhauser?
Yes.
Mrs. Savage?
Yes.
Motion carries 9-0.
9.4 salary adjustments, recommend approval of the following professional staff salary adjustment for the position listed under the terms negotiated in the contract with GSEA effective for the 2025-2026 school year. Number 1.
So moved, Miller?
Second,
Mr.
Shear.
Courtney.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call. We should do a roll call because it's a change. And
Mr. Courtney?
Yes.
Mr. Gazy?
Yes.
Ms. Job?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mrs. Shearer?
Yes.
Mr. Shrum?
Yes.
Ms. Bernhauser? Mr. Conway?
Sure.
Mrs. Savage?
yes.
Motion passes 9-0.
9.5, permission to advertise, recommend granting the superintendent permission to advertise for a full-time ESL teacher.
So moved,
Motion.
Miller?
Second, Bernhauser.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries.
Going to 14, under conferences and workshops, recommend approval of the following overnight conference and workshop requests. This is for number 1 only. Number 2 was already approved by the board in October.
So
Mr.
moved,
Courtney
Conway.
approves. No? Second, Mr. Courtney.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries.
16.1, recommend approval of the following facility usage requests according to the facility fee schedule. Number 1.
So moved, Miller?
Second, Gazy.
I have a motion and a second. Discussion?
Yeah, I have a question. They only gave one date?
That is all I have on there.
I think there was a
We
previous
did-
motion.
we
I
did
think
do
this
a
is for a
previous-
specific event.
We did one where this group was able to use, they were able to schedule the events, but this must be a specific event.
Do all of the dates that they have, or all of the dates that they're gonna use, do all of those dates have to be approved, or is that no longer because of what we did before?
Yeah, we gave approval for them, or you all gave approval for them to work through the athletic office to
Okay.
use the facilities
Okay.
when they can. This must be for a specific event that, I don't know what, I'm not sure what this event is for specifically.
Okay.
But we did give approval for them to work with the gymnasiums, and our ball fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those against? Motion carries.
And then informational items, the next board discussion meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 14th at 7 PM. And the next board voting meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 21st, 2026 at 7 PM.
Okay, thank you. Closing items, comments by any board members? Comments, or comments by any of the citizens in attendance? Would you please state your name and your address?
My name is Barbara.
Sorry.
My name is Barbara Brunel. I'm a former board member, and I am a member of the Greenfield Education Foundation. And I wanted to congratulate Robin Savage, but a lot of people don't realize Robin has been my backbone, and I was a starting member of the foundation when we started many years ago. And one of our major projects was the purse bash, which was a huge, and basically the biggest fundraiser we did. Well, this year, this was our last fundraiser we're doing the purse bash, and it ended. And Robin was like my right-hand person in helping me. I mean, I could not have done it. She was like my silent partner to do. Whenever I needed her selling the tickets, she was there. She was always there to help me selling the tickets. She sold probably the majority of the tickets. Just recently, we had another fundraiser, which is taking up over for our purse bash, and we have two younger members that were called 2 weeks ago and said, "Hey, can you reach out to Robin? We have like 65 tickets that haven't been sold." So on Saturday morning, I'm calling Robin. "Robin, I need you." So there she is, without a blink of an eye. She's on the phone, on her computer, and she's selling me 40 tickets, or somewhere in there. But she's not only is she dedicated to this board, she's dedicated to our foundation, and I truly appreciate it because she does help our students, and she is very, very loyal to the students of this district, and I just wanted to commend her for that and let you all know, because I know y'all see her and y'all get to hear her every month, but whenever we need her in the foundation to reach out to her, she's there for us, and I wanted to share that with you.
Thanks. So with that, and you?
I just wanted to, I'm Sally Hickson, and I just wanted to say thank you for voting for me to be employed.
Well, welcome to our district, Mrs. Hickson.
Welcome to the district.
Thank you.
Okay, so at that time, I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second, Conway.
I have a motion
I
and
was a
a
little
second.
late to the game.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Merry Christmas, we'll see you in January. Mr.